Commander Zex-9 crouched behind the crystalline outcropping, his 4 eyes scanning the devastated battlefield. The human outpost should have fallen within hours. Their intelligence suggested only 50 defenders against his battalion of 300 elite Corthani shock troops. That was 6 days ago. Status report. He clicked into his comm unit, mandibles chattering with frustration. 47 casualties, sir. The humans, they don't fight like anyone else. Lieutenant Vash's voice carried an edge of something Zex had never heard from his subordinate before: fear. Zex's species had conquered 17 worlds in the past century. They were methodical, superior in technology, and followed the established protocols of galactic warfare. Every species they encountered fought predictably: the Zelthrans with their energy shields, the Morphic colonies with their hive mind tactics, the technological supremacy with their automated defenses. But humans were different. "Sir, they're moving again," whispered Corporal Hive 3 from the ridge above. "Same pattern as before." Zex watched through his scope as 3 humans emerged from the rubble. They moved with purpose, not the desperate scrambling of a cornered species. One carried what appeared to be a primitive projectile weapon, laughably outdated compared to their plasma cannons. Another dragged an improvised explosive device constructed from their own destroyed equipment. The third held nothing but a piece of sharpened metal. "They're outnumbered 6-1, Zex muttered. "Why don't they surrender?" The answer came swiftly. The humans split up, taking positions that military doctrine deemed suicidal. The one with the projectile weapon began firing, not at Zex's soldiers but at the structural supports of a nearby building. The explosion sent debris cascading onto a squad of Corthani warriors, while the human with the blade somehow appeared behind their lines, moving with impossible speed and precision. How did he? Vash's transmission cut short as screams echoed through the comm channel. Zex realized he was witnessing something unprecedented. These weren't just soldiers defending territory, they were something else entirely. Each human seemed to anticipate not just their enemies' moves, but their allies as well. They communicated without words, adapted strategies mid-combat, and displayed a level of creative violence that defied everything he understood about warfare. The third human, the one with the improvised explosive, didn't detonate it where expected. Instead, she attached it to one of their own fallen comrades and sent the body sliding down a slope towards Zex's position. The psychological impact was devastating. His soldiers hesitated, confused by the apparent desecration, giving the humans precious seconds to reposition. "They're not just fighting us," Zex realized with growing horror. "They're fighting the very concept of how war should be fought." As night fell, Zex accessed the military database, searching for any reference to human combat doctrine. What he found changed everything he thought he knew about Earth's inhabitants. Humans didn't just wage war, they had been doing it continuously for millennia, not against alien invaders, but against each other. Their entire evolutionary history was one of constant, creative conflict. Where other species developed warfare as an extension of their natural abilities, humans had transformed it into an art form. They fought with honor and without it, with advanced technology and sharpened sticks, in organized armies and as lone individuals. They had developed thousands of different ways to kill, and more importantly, thousands of different ways to think about killing. The database revealed a terrifying truth: humanity had never encountered a form of warfare they couldn't adapt to and ultimately master. They learned from every defeat, incorporated every enemy's strength, and discarded nothing that might prove useful in future conflicts. By dawn, only 12 humans remained in the outpost. Zex had lost over half his battalion. "Sir," Vash's voice crackled through the comm, "I recommend we classify the species as Category X and recommend immediate withdrawal." Zex clicked his mandibles in agreement. The galaxy's most lethal warriors weren't the strongest or the most advanced, they were the ones who had never stopped learning how to destroy each other, and therefore could destroy anyone. The retreat order went out within the hour.